Hi, this is bitluni, and in today's episode I'll share my experience in making my first PCB Art badge. This video is sponsored by JLC PCB. It's the PCB manufacturer I used to manufacture the PCBs for this project. You can order their prototyping PCBs starting from $2. If you visit them on the Maker Faire in Rome next week, you get the chance to get some free gifts and coupons. About a month ago I thought it would be nice to make something for Halloween. Since PCB art is a nice combination of art and electronics, I thought a badge would be a nice thing that I could also give away as a kit to my supporters and list on my Tindy store. A few of my friends already made nice badges. First of all, I made a simple sketch of a hockey mask killer, loaded it in Inkscape and created the outlines. PCB art is limited to certain colors since you have only certain combinations of layers available. I will make an extra video on that, so subscribe to not miss it. JLC offers different colors for the solder mask. Red as a base was the obvious choice for the blood. Once I was happy with the design, I continued with the circuit on EasyEDA. Inspired by Dave Darko's Sloth badge, I also decided to use an ATTiny with Charlie plexing. But I decided to use one of the new ATTinys. These are way cheaper and I wanted 16 kilobytes of flash to be able to store a few samples for the buzzer that I also added. Since I didn't have the parts here and needed to order the boards quickly for Halloween, I didn't try the circuit on a breadboard yet. So there have been a few mistakes that fortunately weren't showstoppers at the end. For example, the new ATTinys are not programmed using the ISP anymore. There is this new UPDI interface that uses the reset pin to program the device. Fortunately, the reset pin was also broken out for the ISP connector. So you still will be able to hack the badge if you like, or upload any updates that I might bring. The programming can be done using an Arduino Nano, which yet is a topic for another time. Once the circuit was finished, I continued designing the board. I imported the different layers of the graphics with the best quality setting into the different layers of the PCB and placed all the parts. The solder mask layer has to be inverted. The routing was a bit challenging since I used a 2-layer board and the front layer was used for the PCB art. At the end there have been 2 traces I had to put on the front layer, but I hid them by tracing them along the outlines of the graphics. Once I was happy with the result, I ordered them at JLC directly from EasyEDA. I got a few parts from LCSC but also DigiKey, Reichelt and eBay. While waiting for the boards, the ATTinys have arrived and I found out that the ISP won't work. I prepared the improvised programmer, which worked like a charm. The boards arrived and looked good. The mask of the killer should be white, but it seems that the silk layer is only printed on the solder mask. Good to know for the future. Now this killer has a metal mask, which is better, isn't it? Let's say it's an end boss killer then. I soldered all the parts by hand. Using the proper amount of flux makes the life really easy here. The LEDs have to be oriented pointing outwards. There is a marking at the bottom. I soldered the programming wires and started to tinker with the code. If you order the kit from my shop or get it free as a supporter, the ATTiny will be pre-programmed. I also discovered I used the wrong pin on the button, but I fixed that quickly using just another type. And this is what it does now. Turning it on, only the eyes will glow. Whoever came up with these types of eyes the first was a genius. I really love them. Pressing the button, the chainsaw turns on. Pressing once again, the Halloween movie theme plays. I was also able to pull off playing audio samples on the buzzer.
I kill you!
But since it's barely recognizable, it's only played on a long press of the button. There is a shitty add-on footprint on the back, but that unfortunately is rotated by 90 degrees. I'll fix that for a later version. It's designed as a standalone badge anyways, so let the horror begin. I hope you liked it. Thanks to all my supporters and I'll see you next time. Bye!